Wait, what kind of question should we ask you?
I don't know. What do you want to ask?
Wait, are you recording this right now?
You know I am.
Well,
We're off to a good
I
start.
was going to ask you about your children's swimming careers.
Oh, my children's swimming careers?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I have two that swam, and they began when they were really young at the YMCA. This is for real, right?
This is for real.
Oh,
This is
okay.
what we want to know.
I am being punked, ain't I? Okay.
You gave us
Where's
an
the real
idea.
cameras? I knew it. I knew
These
it.
don't even work.
I was a flight attendant for 17 years with United Airlines, and I took full advantage of it throughout my life and made sure that I got to see and do as much as possible during those flight years. So that's what led me to extensive traveling, extensive experience in the travel industry, and my story that has given me the experience around the world and traveling is what I'm bringing here to help others travel and hopefully experience some of the same things and joys and wonders that I've found throughout the world in traveling. When I was flying, when I would go to other countries, especially non-English speaking countries, I wanted to reach out and make friends. I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to meet people. I wanted to eat what local people ate. I wanted to see what local people see. I wanted to live like they do for just a little bit, just while I was there. I wanted to experience my time there in that way. So I just, in my mind, in my heart, I felt I was a friendship ambassador. I wanted to go make friends, represent the US well. They thought of me well, but at the same time, I came back with a new friend. What that leads to is this. What I'd like to do is do more than just create successful, happy, joyful trips for people. I want them to go and become friends with people locally too. I want them to be friendship ambassadors through their travels, because you just come back not only more fulfilled, but I think you evolve as a human when you travel extensively and as much as you possibly can. You come back with more than experiences, more than food, more than flavors, more than smells and sights that you think about and experienced, but you come back different. And I think that difference is an evolution in your spirit and who you are. And I think it makes you better as a person, and I think it makes the people that you met and became friends with better for meeting you if you come with that right mindset. I wanted to bring this to others and guide others and help them. And so I thought, well, maybe I need to be a travel agent to do such a thing. But I didn't know how. So I started looking at YouTube. How do you become a home-based travel agent? What do travel agents do? And they said, well, if you're going to be on your own, a good host agency is what you really need. And I actually did go to a couple local travel agencies, brick and mortar places, and they wouldn't hire me. Of course, I had no experience and no book, so there was nothing going there. And I thought, okay, what do I have to do now? YouTube it was, and host agencies. So I started looking at places that said top-rated host agencies on YouTube. And these different entities talk about the travel agency industry. KHM kept coming up, KHM, and all these different ones. I thought, okay, let me look at the top 3. KHM was in the top 3. And I saw that they were local in Brunswick. And I came here during their lunch hour. Amy Smith greeted me, met me. I told her a little bit of my story. She says, well, let me take you around. Let me show you what we're about, and let me answer some of your questions. I said, yeah, thanks. So she took an hour out of her lunch for me. She took really a lot of time out of her personal time, dedicated that to me, which was so impressive to me because she didn't have to. She could have said, hey, we're on our lunch hour, let's make an appointment for you, let's come back later. No, she didn't do that. She dropped everything, gave me her 1 hour lunch. And I thought that was so impressive. At the end of our tour, I signed up. Here I am. Wow, it's much more than I thought it was going to be in so many levels. Polished, professional, of course, tons of information, lots and lots of information. Being new and unfamiliar with a lot of it, it feels overwhelming and is overwhelming, but they really organize it well, present it well. They know they're giving me a lot of information and a lot of broad exposure to all the aspects of the travel agent industry, but they're also saying, we get it, we know it's a lot to think about and consider because you're just not as familiar as we are, but we're here for you. We're going to support you. And if you have questions, come back. And of course, lots of questions. But it's true, they're here for you. They're here for you. You don't really have to look beyond KHM. If you've discovered KHM and you feel they're a right fit, I think then they are. And this is the place to be.